Hi everybody, today we will discuss in this video presentation glaucoma medications. Background: aqueous humor is a transparent watery fluid. It fills both the anterior and posterior chambers of the eye. Aqueous humor is produced by ciliary processes. The drainage of aqueous flow occurs through two routes. The first route, which is the main route, it includes the trabecular meshwork, which includes 90% of the drainage of aqueous, while the second route passes through a potential space between the uvea and sclera, which is called uveoscleral drainage, and it represents 10% of the aqueous drainage. Like this photo, we can see that aqueous passes through from the ciliary body from the posterior chamber to the pupil to the anterior chamber to the angle through the trabecular meshwork, while some of the drainage passes through the uveoscleral outflow. Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Beta 1, Beta 2 adrenoreceptors have been identified and located in the cerebellum. Alpha 2 and Beta 2 adrenoreceptors also have been located in the trabecular meshwork. Like this photo, we can see the beta receptors, alpha 2 receptors, and alpha 1 receptors, and carbonic anhydrase enzyme, as we will mention. Stimulation of alpha 2 adrenoreceptors in the cerebral body affects aqueous outflow, and by its stimulation, aqueous flow can be reduced, while the agonist effect on the beta 2 adrenoreceptors increase in the aqueous outflow. Carbonic anhydrase isoenzyme 2 is found in the ciliary body epithelium and stimulates aqueous production, like here. So we can classify anti-glaucoma drugs into two groups of drugs that reduce aqueous humor production and another group of drugs that increase aqueous outflow. Drugs that reduce aqueous humor production include beta blocker, alpha 2 adrenergic agonist, and carbonic anhydrase inhibitor, while drugs that increase aqueous outflow include non-specific adrenergic agonists, parasympathomimetics, and prostaglandin analog. Beta blocker. Beta blockers is considered the first line of therapy for treatment of all types of glaucoma. High efficacy with minimal side effects. Mechanism of action: it blocks the beta adrenoreceptors, so it decreases aqueous humor production by blocking beta 2 receptors on the ciliary epithelium. One of important drugs of beta non-selective blockers, it includes timolol, most widely used ocular anti-glaucoma. Due to its non-selective beta action, it is contraindicated in cases of COPD, asthma, and heart failure due to the presence of these receptors in the heart and in the lung. It is available as a concentration of 0.5% in a solution or gel. Side effects include systemic, like irregular heart rate, angina, and bronchospasm. Local side effects include superficial pancreatitis and corneal anesthesia. Another beta blocker includes levobinolol HCl drops, available in a concentration of 0.5 to 1% solution. Side effects like timolol. Another beta blocker, which here is a selective beta blocker, which is called beta-xylol. Beta-xylol, it is a topical beta 1 selective blocker, so it can be used safely in asthmatic patients. It is lesser efficacy in reducing IOP when compared to timolol. Also, it has an additional neuroprotective effect. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, they are of two types: systemic carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, including acetazolamide and midazolamide; topical carbonic anhydrase inhibitor, and they include dorzolamide and quinzolamide. They act by blocking carbonic anhydrase enzyme in the ciliary, so it reduces the aqueous humor production. Systemic carbonic anhydrase inhibitors dosage: acetazolamide in a tablet of 125 mg and 250 mg, like this photo, and they called here in the Egyptian market by its generic name called Citamix. Side effect: high risk of systemic side effects like paresthesia, kidney stone, aplastic anemia elevation, and hypokalemia. Topical carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. The main advantage of topical carbonic anhydrase inhibitors is that it bypasses its systemic side effect. It includes two types: dorzolamide, which is the first topical carbonic anhydrase inhibitor used, not absorbed systemically, and available as 2% solution. Local side effects of it include corneal edema, allergic reaction, burning, and stinging sensation. Benzolamide is available as 1% solution. It is better tolerated than dorzolamide. Its pH is 7.4. Prostaglandin analogs, they include latanoprost, onoprostone, rimatoprost, and travoprost. Mechanism of action of this group by decreasing the IOP by increasing urease clear outflow. Prostaglandin analogs include latanoprost, which is analog of prostaglandin F2 alpha, available as concentration of 0.0005% solution. This group of drugs usually administered at evening at one time, while beta blocker administered 2 times per day. One time at the morning and the other time in the evening. While here in prostaglandin, it is administered only at night. Latanoprost requires refrigeration, should be kept in low temperature, and should be protected from sunlight to allow it to be effective. Systemic side effects of it include conjunctival hyperemia, eye pigmentation, distorted macular edema, changes in eyelash number, color, length, and thickness. Another drug from the group of prostaglandin analogs include rimatoprost, which is a synthetic prostamide analog, also administered as the evening. It is available in a concentration of 0.03 solution. It doesn't require refrigeration like latanoprost. Another drug in this group called travoprost is a synthetic prostaglandin F2 alpha analog, administered also as the evening, available and in a concentration of 0.004 solution, doesn't require refrigeration or protection from sunlight. Adrenergic agonists. It includes non-selective agonists, including non-selective. It includes epinephrine and DPV3. Selective alpha-2 agonists include abraclonidine and brimonidine. Alpha-2 agonists mechanism of action by decreasing aqueous humor product. The first of them is abraclonidine. It is available in a concentration of 0.5 to 1%. Short-term effect, so its main use in post-operative rise, as in cases of FIAD with capsulotomy. Here we can use abraclonidine or adjuvant to another drugs in cases of primary open angle glaucoma. A second important drug in this group is brimonidine. It is 30 times more selective alpha-2 agonist than abraclonidine, has a new protective effect, available in a concentration of 0.2 to 0.5%. Uses in patients with contraindications to beta blocker. It can be also used in short-term use, as in cases of post-operative rise in IOP. Cholinergic agonist. Most commonly used drug of this group is pilocarb, which is in eye drop form or gel form. Mechanism of action: it causes contraction of longitudinal ciliary muscle. This will increase the trabecular output. It is available in a concentration of 0.5 to 10% eye drops. Its main indication mainly in cases of primary angle closure glaucoma to causes fuel miosis and allow opening of the angle. Side effects include superficial pancreatitis, induced myopia due to ciliary muscle spasm, increased risk of retinal detachment, and iritis. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. Thank you.